everyone, my name is Chris Roberts with High and Tight, and this is Dan Lemley, who's volunteered to be our volunteer today. So today what we're going to be talking about is how to use your clippers to be able to trim eyebrows. Now, I like to use, when I'm trimming eyebrows, I like to use what's called a taper comb. As you'll notice, it starts high on one end and tapers down to the smaller end. What's really nice about this particular comb is in the eyebrow area where the eyebrows build up, you can either use the upper end if they have really bushy eyebrows, and you can kind of come up from underneath and pull the hair forward. So I'm going to spin him around a little bit just to make sure you can actually see. So what I'm doing is he closes his eye, which is always a wise move, especially if you're coming in with either scissors or with a clipper towards them. And you come up from underneath, and there shows that hair there is what you're going to be either clippering or scissoring off using the shears. Now, if it was a tighter area, if they had thinner eyebrows, that's when I might use like the smaller end here, just to be able to kind of pull out the section that you're going to be clipping there, and it's just easier to get closer to the eyebrow area. You can use your big clippers to do this. My recommendation would be to stop into one of the small, like if you have a pair from like CVS or Walmart that you use to like trim your beard maybe, or if you stop into Sally's, they do sell what's called the Wall Hero clippers, which I particularly like because they're a nice small clipper, easy to hold in your hand, and allow you to get nice and close. The key thing to remember in the area on the comb that you're going to be using these is that you're going to be going up, either going up in an upward motion or going across, but you don't ever want it to have so it's sticking up above the comb, because in that case you're could be cutting into areas that you don't want to be cutting into. So to do this with Dan, what we're going to do here is I'm going to come up underneath, I'm going to turn on my clipper, and I'm just going to come and just lightly go right up the top there. Remove just the area that's bulking. In this case, because there's no hair up here that I have to worry about cutting into, I can go underneath, and I can also go right across the front of it if I wanted to. I tend to like the upward motion. It's a little easier for you to control, and that way you can have a nice textured eyebrow. You want to make sure you're doing both sides so that you're evening off the process here. And that would be how you use your clippers to be able to thin out or to trim someone's eyebrows. My name is Chris Roberts here with High and Tight. Thank you again, Dan, for being here with us today, and we'll look forward to speaking with you in the future.